Hello, you all. Welcome to the channel. I want to update you on what's been going on, just with my car and with the health insurance and um, with the inhaler that I couldn't afford. But first of all, I just want to welcome you to the channel. If you've never been or seen my channel, I want to welcome you in. If you like it, please comment and subscribe. And welcome back to those of you all who do follow and are subscribers or just watch. And if you just watch and haven't subscribed yet, I ask that you please consider subscribing. Now, enough about that. First, we'll start with the easiest thing that has happened, and that's the inhaler. You all, I think I've mentioned before, but just to recap, I was diagnosed with, from the lung conditions that I have, I was diagnosed with asthma, and it could be from this situation, or I may have had it all my life. When I say this situation, the newest situations with the lungs from the radiation-induced lung damage. And I also have the congenital heart defect. My pulmonologist thinks it's been all my life. Anyway, so he had me on a rescue inhaler for 30 days to see if it helped. It helped. So he went on and prescribed me a dual action one, or, for people with full-blown, asthma. But it was going to cost $200 and some with my insurance. And I'm like, okay, can't afford that. So I've gone like 2 weeks since he prescribed it without it. And but then I just came upon GoodRx, and I put in, the medicine or the inhaler, and I saw that Walgreens could do it for $90-something. So I went on and put a transfer in for Walgreens to get the prescription from from HEB, which is a grocery store that has a pharmacy in our area, and to send it to them. So I was waiting on Walgreens to let me know something. Nothing. So finally, Friday, I called HEB and I asked, that they still have the prescription, and they said no, we sent that over on July 20th. And I'm like, because I talked to Walgreens since then. So I called Walgreens, and the prescription has been ready, and guys, they could do it for $80. So I was able to go get my prescription, and it has made a big difference, and so that's been a blessing. So that's number one. Number two that I'm going to talk about is my car situation. My car was in an accident on May 8th, and it has been 2.5 months. I've had trouble with the insurance company from the lady who hit me. I can't even go into all the details, but just saying that they've not been telling the truth. The appraiser, we've sent pictures because they are out of the state and they don't want to send anybody here to look at the vehicle. So we've sent the body shop, when I say we, the body shop has sent pictures to the appraiser, and they've sent videos, detailed videos. He didn't do anything with it. He was saying he hadn't heard from them. The car's been sitting there since May 8th. And every time, and I've only talked to my adjuster twice, but every time I talked to her, she was asking about the body shop. Why are they not in the records? And every time I would ask for an email, she would say I sent an email, and then I would call the head company, and they said we don't even do emails. It is so shady. So shady. It was shady. But we just kept pursuing. I was talking to the body shop 2 or 3 times a week. They were trying to call people. I'm trying to call people. So I finally told the adjuster what was going on with the appraiser. And so she called the body shop, and they sent pictures. And the lady, she's a blessing. She made sure that the adjuster at that time stayed on the phone with her for an entire hour because they had trouble downloading everything. And they ended up having to send it to this lady's email. She said, we're not supposed to use our email, but that's the only way they could get them sent in. Well, when I talked to the adjuster, because she was calling me saying, hey, we're going to, they're supposed to send me, first of all, $15 a day from the time I didn't have my vehicle to the time the car is fixed. The car has not even been started being fixed. We don't even know what their appraisal is. She sent me a check for $300, you all, which is only 20 days. And I still don't have my car. My car's still not been worked on. And the body shop, they sent them $800. So of course the body shop was like, this is laughable. So they called and talked to someone and found out we have a new adjuster, because what happened was when my adjuster started trying to close out the case before they had done anything, and she started changing the story of what really happened, saying that the body shop wasn't doing their part or whatever, but the body shop and I have been keeping my meticulous records. I called the next day after getting off the phone with her and talked to and left a message with her supervisor and details on the message. Waited to hear from him, didn't hear from him. So on Tuesday, I called again, left another message. And then when I didn't hear anything from him by the end of that day, I just called their head office and told them what was going on. And then I just left it at that, because I felt like that, when I prayed about it, I felt like that's good enough. Well, then the body shop had called too and found out I have a new adjuster. So you all, hopefully by the end of next month, I'll have my vehicle. And I get to call that adjuster and talk about whatever is going on. And then my health insurance is being canceled on the July 31st unless something different happens, which I don't see it. In order to keep my insurance, I would have to pay $833 a month. It's my marketplace insurance. I'm not going to make enough this year to keep it, because you have to, in order to get the marketplace insurance I have and not be on Medicaid, you have to make a certain amount. Well, I don't have my vehicle, which I have to use my vehicle for work. And so I'm not going to make it, so they're canceling me July 31st. And all my major appointments for the pulmonologist and all of that and the neurologist is next month in August. So that's where I am. And I was sad when it hit me. I have to actually cancel those appointments, the ones that are going to tell me more. And then found out that what my pulmonologist was saying and the cardiologist was saying, that I was okay. What they probably meant in translation, after looking at my chart and seeing what the notes were, is that I'm not gonna die in 6 months or a year, because those results were not as good as they told me they were. Here I go again. Let me do the sign now. So anyway, but I'm okay. I was spiraling a little bit yesterday and the day before, but today I'm better because I dealt with it. And that's what we have to do. It's just, I still have stuff that's not resolved, and there's just more stuff on top of that. But I have to dig in deeper to God when I get these types of results and these types of situations come up, so I don't just get tossed and buried and flipped around emotionally and lose it. I want to see what's at the end of this. The Bible says that blessed are those who endure to the end, and enduring means they're still present patiently. That's one of the meanings. I like to look up words to find out. So anyway, that's my update, and that's all. I'm going to go ahead and end this video. This is a beautiful Texas evening. The wind is just so pretty. I mean, it's blowing so pretty. Pretty is not a way to describe the wind, but for me, it feels, pretty is not the way. It's a gentle breeze, and it feels pretty to me. But, and it's not too hot, which is very rare this time of year for Texas. So, just outside enjoying it. Well, you all have a great night, and I'll be posting this next week and dealing with life. Remember to have courage in adversity, have courage in pain. Everything we do and are doing to move forward is not done in vain.